Because yo, what's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well. Chelsea versus Brentford, 2-1. This just looked like it was just going to be another Chelsea training match. It looked like a very simple match for Chelsea to win, and it got very close for Brentford to be able to tie and even win this game, especially with that goal. That goal was absolutely phenomenal from Mbuemo. The carry on from Nordgaard, having two Chelsea players on top of him. Tucson that almost got to the ball, and Mbuemo with the little poke just in time, and then the beautiful, absolute spectacular finish against Sanchez. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And then in the first half, they didn't really have anything. I think there was an offside that wasn't anywhere near the goal or any possibility of being a goal. And that was it. And maybe Wissa, if I'm not mistaken. Or I'm just being generous there to throw that in. They did absolutely nothing in the first half. It was the second half. Second half that they, the accumulation that brought upon that goal. Had they not scored, I mean, that would have been a little bit unfair, but, as is, they ended up scoring. But they absolutely had a good number of opportunities, especially with that switch, the substitution with Carvalho. Really, really good substitution. Had it not been, I think it was Tucson or Colwell that interfered, and he ended up getting the touch, but the touch was obviously at the crossbar, underneath the crossbar. So they got close. They got really, really close. And then there was Nordgaard also that had an opportunity. I think Wiz at some point before he came off, he had an opportunity. So there were opportunities for Brentford, and they kept going. They kept going. That's what I liked about this team. And what made this game so exciting was the fact that Brentford didn't just fold, that they didn't just fall back and just defend. No, they kept going after the goal and trying to get the second goal as well. So much respect to Brentford. Chelsea, man, Chelsea. Let me start off with Madueke. There is something about Madueke, I guess I could get the not so good out of the way, which is sometimes, his refinement. He's got to work on that refinement, when to pass, when to shoot. Better decisions when he's going to pass, instead of passing it to somebody that he shouldn't be passing it to, somebody that's a lot more open, somebody that has a better opportunity to be able to score, just to be able to pass maybe to somebody else. That's the only thing he's got to get better. I don't know if that's like his confidence he's got to work at. Sometimes I feel that he needs to probably go somewhere else, like another team. And I'm not saying I want him to go because he's not a good player, that, he's not performing well, just because I feel like he needs to keep growing. Maybe he'll do that within Chelsea, but I just feel it'll work better when, he goes somewhere else. Again, I don't want him to leave. And what I absolutely love about this guy is he's always got two people defending against him. Most of the time, pretty much the whole game, always had two people on top of Madueke, and yet he still takes them on. He still takes them on, and he doesn't just go inside, cutting inside like Saka does. He actually drags it in. He actually has a right foot, So absolutely loved the way he played. I thought he had a really good game. He could always improve. That's the thing. It leaves me wanting more, and I feel like he can do it because it's things. On the face of it, they seem like very simple things. They're obviously not. Otherwise, he would be doing it. But it's just a little bit infuriating. It's a little bit annoying that just pass it. You should have passed it to Palmer, or you shouldn't have passed it at that point. You should have waited, or should have passed it before that. You know what I mean? So that's my only complaint for Madueke. Palmer, I'm happy. Finally, my prayers have been answered. He was involved. There was a lot more involvement from Palmer. That's what I wanted to see. Finally, he didn't have a monster of a game. He didn't have a diabolical game or whatever, And not because he even scored, because he could have scored in this game, and I still would have said yeah, he had a good game, and that's it. People I guess because you have to be a fan to say that he had an amazing, extraordinary game or something like that. No, I thought he had a really good game, and he was involved the way he needs to be involved. I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. That's the way he should be playing, because Sancho has more involvement than Palmer in previous games, right? Sancho's another one I thought that did really well. There is always this thing about Sancho that I feel that he's kind of fragile, for lack of a better word. Just seems like he's just, he's gonna get easily dispossessed. But he's really smart. He did really good when he was on the ball. Really good decisions. Knew when to take on the defender, because again, he's not the quickest, but he knows that change of pace. He knows when to use it, and he did use it in this game. I thought that was great what he did against the goalie, where he, I think some people might have appreciated him, shooting before, once he'd be keeper, or before to actually, shoot it. I thought what he did was brilliant, because when you see someone like Neymar do that, or someone like Hazard in the past, you have no problem with it. Even if the center's not, it doesn't end up in a goal, you still applaud it and like, oh, what a player. Can you believe that? Because nobody else would have the guts, right? Nobody else would have the audacity, would be bold enough to be able to do something like that. So I was fine with that. So I thought he had a really good game. Kukurea, of course, with his goal, and he was already announcing that he was gonna, almost like he was gonna, like he was preaching, like he was gonna be able to score a header. Like he was already pretty much telling that he was gonna score a header. Yeah, like that was amazing. I mean, I feel like this guy takes one for the team because he is constantly being pulled down, pushed around, shoved, and you see him bounce back. He doesn't stop. He really gives his all. And I thought he had also a really good game, solid game from Kukurea. Caicedo's another one I thought that had like probably the best game, maybe man of the match, if he wasn't man of the match. The only thing was the goal. He was the one that got dispossessed. And that was the only mistake I think that he did. He probably made one or two mistakes, but they were like minor mistakes in the first half when Chelsea were looking good. But yeah, no, he was great. The interceptions that he did, even though some of those passes were just horrible passes from Brentford, but still he was there when he needed to be. He read the play, his tackles, and just very strong, and being able to shove people almost with ease sometimes. And no, I thought he did really good. Enzo's another one that kind of mixed feelings about Enzo, because Enzo, he was making some bad choices with the ball and ended up getting dispossessed or losing the ball. But then, I mean, that ball that he gave to Jackson, really well done. And then obviously his tackles and interceptions, kind of like Caicedo, nowhere near at the level of what Caicedo did today, but definitely really good performance also by Enzo. Colwill, Tucson, I thought they had a really good game as well. Tucson almost scored. Can't really complain. Sanchez is the only one that, man, Sanchez, that ball, I don't know who it was that gave him the ball back to him, and had that ball been touched a little bit harder, that was going to be a goal. And what a humiliating goal that would have been. So Sanchez is like the only one that, and he's a keeper, you can't be doing that, and you just know what to expect from Sanchez. Jackson, well deserved. You fought for that goal. I mean, you gave your everything. Right before he scored that goal, he was already tripping on the ball. I saw little elements of first season Jackson where he just didn't know what to do with the ball. Sometimes I think he gave a ball to Palmer when he shouldn't have gave that ball to Palmer, because there was like no way Palmer was going to be able to control that ball. I mean, the efforts there, the intentions there, that's good. But and he didn't start off like that. At the beginning, his first 2 or 3 touches, they were really good. But after that, he kind of fell back into that first season Jackson. That first season Jackson was appearing its ugly little head, and no, we don't want that. We definitely don't want that. So good performance and really good goal. Finally got his goal, well deserved. So happy with Jackson's performance. All in all, I'm happy with this game, and I'm very looking forward to seeing what else Chelsea, if they can keep this up. That's the only thing. If they can keep this up, and if everyone could keep up the level that they're playing. And some players, obviously, like I said, like with Madueke, some little things here and there. Sancho, Jackson, not to fall back to first season Jackson. Some of those things maybe need to be worked out, but aside from that, I'm happy, and I can't wait to see more. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.